Hey hot dogs, today we're going to answer the question, what is the point of DJing? So I had a great Patreon mentorship session with one of my students last week, and he was prepping for a DJ set. And we were getting into the details, talking about changing the BPM over time, mixing in key, using effects, and telling a story. And these are all great low-level questions about a DJ set, but then he asked me a great high-level question, which is, what is the purpose of a DJ set? My answer to that question was, the point of DJing is to keep an audience engaged. Because we are performers, our DJ set is a performance, we are performing for people, and we want to prevent them from wanting to go home. So how do we keep an audience engaged? Does that mean playing a whole bunch of banging high-energy tracks nonstop? Maybe. It depends on the audience. If that audience just wants to dance hearing high energy music, if they're going to go home when they hear deeper stuff, if you love playing nonstop high energy music, then that's how you should DJ. I find that for me and for my audience, they appreciate peaks and valleys. I play some high energy stuff, I transition to some lower energy, subtle, deeper kind of things, then I go back into high energy banging kind of stuff, and this push and pull of energy levels actually keeps them on the dance floor longer than me just banging it out nonstop. Does keeping a crowd engaged mean dancing around and bopping on stage nonstop? If you've seen one of my sets, you might think the answer to that question is yes. That's because I love dancing and I enjoy expressing myself through movement, but not necessarily for you. Some of my favorite DJs in the world are stone cold stoic on stage. They don't move around, they don't even smile. But when I'm on the dance floor watching them play, I am fully engaged, I'm not bored, and I don't want to go home because I love the music that they play. So don't feel pressured to have a huge, crazy stage presence. Does keeping an audience engaged mean that you should use lots of fancy mixing techniques and effects? Maybe. If that's what your crowd loves and that's what you love to do, then you should do it. I don't do a lot of that stuff, and my audience still seems to be pretty engaged during my sets. Does keeping a crowd engaged mean that you should choose the right music for the right moment? Yes, unequivocally, absolutely. To me, this is what the essence of DJing is about, and that's the essence of what keeping a crowd engaged is. There's so many factors that we have to keep in mind. The size of the venue, what our time slot is, who played before us, what type of crowd is going to be there. We have to choose the right music at the right moment and put it in the right order in order to keep them on the dance floor and not wanting to go home. That, to me, is the core and the essence of what DJing is all about. And when we choose the right music, and maybe we do all the other things like dancing around on stage and using effects and high energy stuff or low energy stuff, these are all side questions that help support the main idea that our job as a DJ is to keep the audience engaged, is to prevent them from wanting to go home. And once again, the reason is because DJing is a performance and we are performers. And what is a performance without a crowd? Nothing. So hopefully you found that helpful. If you enjoyed this, you can follow me on Instagram, you can support me on Patreon, and be sure to remember to subscribe if you want to get more videos like this. Thanks for your support. Talk to you later.